All right, awesome. Here we go. Back into it. So 2 assailants down, 2 remain. I believe everyone is free of the paralysis at this point. And it is now Tatos' turn.
Potatoes!
All right, I am going to take a look at the remaining ghoul that is still standing by my almost fallen friend Tormund.
Indeed.
And continue to shake my rapier at it, causing it to make the sound of an off saw blade. And stare at him as best as I can. Why did the ghoul do so well on the test? Because it was a no-brainer.
Oh.
And vicious mockery.
Oh gosh. It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
All right, that was pretty. Okay, all right, all right.
That'll be a fail on that one.
Okay. And then we go.
Oh man. No.
It's 1.
1 damage and disadvantage on the next attack roll. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So again, don't let me forget. Anything else? Okay.
And not at the moment. No, I'm good.
Tormund.
Right. As he lifts his hammer off his shield, following his 2 radiant blows, he sights in on this foul beast in front of him and brings Black Hammer into its skull with a final blow. I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration on that just to make sure it hits.
Okay.
That is
And that will hit. Damage, please.
6.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. Tormund, you bring your hammer in a wide sweeping strike, cleaving the ghoul's knee out from underneath it, and as it falls down, it leans its head forward, giving you the perfect opportunity to crush its skull in.
Yeah.
For Das Kill.
Hell yeah.
All right. Tormund, fantastic. Would you like to move? Bonus action?
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna move. You know what? I'm gonna stand my ground and look around me and make sure there's nothing left to kill.
Okay.
And I spy 1 assailant, but I figure my buddies have got it over there. It's going down.
Okay.
I don't
So
have
you
any
hold at your location.
I don't have any bonus actions. I'm gonna. I guess you can't prepare a bonus action as a reaction, can you?
No, an action. It requires the action to do the prepare.
Yeah. So I have nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Sir Davish, it is your turn. There is currently 1 remaining ghoulish cultist that is flailing wildly and being defended like quite well by Xavier.
All right, I will. As he's flailing quite wildly, I'll bash his arms in. And I'll slash at him with my longsword.
Fuck yeah! Roll that attack.
Well, I don't have anything to add on to that, so.
Okay. Yeah. You managed to get just slightly off balance, probably due to the fact that you're rather crowded in a quite tight location, and your sword strikes don't quite bite.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope.
Klug, you have a turn.
Sweet.
You're not paralyzed.
Alright.
The assailant that remains is currently under your hex.
That's convenient.
That is. Now, I thought that the hex gave advantage on attack rolls. It doesn't? You're saying it doesn't?
No.
It just gives 19 and 20 on crits.
19 and 20 on crits, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, because you look for
You get
other ways.
advantage other way. Yeah.
You find
Yeah,
you get advantage of it.
I can use charisma modifier instead of strength or dexterity and attack for the attack and damage rolls too.
The other thing it does is it adds damage. It adds damage to all her strikes.
Mm-hmm.
It adds charisma bonus damage.
No, proficiency bonus damage.
Oh, okay. So +2 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So +2 damage. And is your dex modifier the same as your charisma modifier currently, or are they different?
My charisma is 4. My dex is 2.
How was your
Or sorry,
charisma?
that's saving throws.
4?
That's saving
Yeah.
throws.
Can't be
The
4.
big numbers on your.
Charisma is 2. Dexterity is also 2.
Okay, cool. So the damage part of that, the picking which stat to use part, we can ignore for the time being.
Mhm.
But the other effects. So when you roll, if you choose to attack this fellow, you will roll normally without advantage, but you will crit on a 19 or 20, and you will do an additional 2 damage after you've rolled your damage.
Cool.
You
All right.
also have access to whatever else you have access to. I'm not for sure what the rest of your kit, what parts of your kit are not exhausted at this point.
All right. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to do cantrip blade ward.
Okay.
Do you want to see that?
Yeah, just so I feel like it should print the whole thing. The whole thing should
I
print.
don't know how to share blade ward. There it is.
There it is. Yes, that's what I want to see. Absolutely.
Goes up the toxin.
Okay, so you have, instead of attacking this turn, you have given yourself resistance to all of the damage types that this individual is using against you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. And will you like to move?
This is a cantrip, so isn't that an action or no?
So casting time is 1 action. You need to look at the casting times
Okay.
on your spells, no matter what level they are. Some of them will say bonus action, some of them will say reaction, some of them will say 1 action.
All right.
Cantrip does not mean anything about casting time. It's just the type of spell that it is.
Got it.
The level. The thing that sets cantrips aside from every other type of spell is that they can be cast an infinite amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
That's their special thing.
I understand. So quick question. If I looked over at this thing right in front of me, how's it looking? Is it looking pretty fit? Looking a bit beat up?
It's looking beaten up. It's looking bloodied.
Okay. So can I take an attack instead of the cantrip, or should I just follow through?
You can do it.
Well, personally, I would recommend attacking, but
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
asking
don't,
because I said blade ward. If I would be able to redirect my intention.
no, you can't. It's going to cost your action to use blade ward.
Okay. No, I mean, if I abandoned that course of action and wanted to attack instead, I was asking if that would be okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Let's go for an attack then. I still have the silver sword enabled, so we'll go with that.
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, you will miss. You will not get purchase on the creature.
Okay.
Perhaps it's nerves. Certainly not fear, because you're immune to that.
I think I'm just a bit sluggish after being, paralyzed.
Oh, that makes sense. You're coming back to yourself currently. Would you like to move?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's move.
Okay. Remember, if
Bonus
you
action
move,
attack with your hand crossbow.
I'm disengaging.
so she's currently got her lantern, her lamp.
Oh,
It's not lit, but I could.
Well, it's been lit.
It
been
has
lit
been.
the
That's
whole
right. I never put it out, did I?
No, you haven't told me that you disengaged. So you
No,
currently,
I never put the lantern out.
although you do have allies that are providing light, so you could drop that as an incidental and reach for another weapon. Though I will make you roll a die to see if it lights you up.
Nah, I think I'll back off.
Okay. All right. So just as a reminder, when you leave engagement with an enemy in melee, they get the opportunity to attack you once if they have a reaction available.
Got it. All right, I'll
So
stay.
if you do choose to move, you will expose yourself to that.
Okay.
All right, but you do have the choice. You do have the
Now,
I'll
question
I'll
on
sit
that one.
tight. I'll sit tight.
You have to move outside of a 5-foot range of him. So you could move up one or down one without having an opportunity attack against you. But if you were to move to the east, you would proc. Basically, think about it this way: you and every other creature in the game have like a little field of control in
Mhm.
every adjacent square around you, and if anything tries to leave that control area, you can use your reaction to make an attack against it.
Okay, I'll move north one.
Okay, great. Sweet, awesome. Was there someone else who I heard someone pipe up there? Did they have something they needed to say?
No, you answered it.
Okay, cool, awesome. Klug, your turn is over.
Yes, thank you.
Alkier, you have control of your body, 2 hit points, and whatever you have at your disposal, sir.
Fantastic. How many opponents are on that stack right now?
There is only one remaining assailant currently who is just wildly engaged in combat with Xavier and Klug.
And is it the final apparent threat at this time?
It is the final apparent threat, yes. And you have been able to track the situation, though you were paralyzed, so you still had your senses.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to initiate Blade Song.
Okay. I don't know what this does, but it's
I'll go ahead and share it so people know what it does.
holy crap
If
nuts.
you scroll down, it says here you gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of +1. In this case, that is +2.
Okay, so
My walking speed increases by 10 feet. I have advantage on dexterity, acrobatics checks, and I gain a bonus to any con save.
lasts for 1 minute. Okay, awesome.
Damn.
It looks like it's specifically to maintain concentration on a spell.
Yeah, it's gonna give you it's gonna make concentration easier, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's just sitting there being all active and fine and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
Boosting my AC to a glorious
18.
number.
Yes. 8.
Feeling much better at this moment.
Yeah.
Now with that greenish fire burning in his eyes, I'm gonna grab or take a lunge with my dagger. This is a fearsome strike. Waist level,
Okay.
going for a gut shot here on the final ghoul.
Okay. I'm loving it.
Ooh.
Oh, that hits.
And with that thrust, let's see, I no longer have any sort of inspiration, right? Did I? Fuck, I don't remember.
You
Over that long break.
You don't need
I
it.
burned it. Did I burn it?
You still have it, but you don't need it.
yeah, you still have it, but you don't need it for that roll.
All right. Well, we're striking for damage.
Yeah, that's 6 damage.
And we're gonna land a very precise shot here of 6 damage.
Yeah, it's effective. You open up its belly and its putrid entrails begin to spill forth. It kind of looks down in disbelief, looks back up at you and gurgles. I am still beautiful. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for this motion. There's nothing else going on. No other opponents.
He's coming for you now.
Let's see. That's my action. That's my bonus action. That's all I got. I can still. No, I can roll. So it didn't die.
It didn't.
And Bardic Inspiration can do damage, right?
No.
Only on spells.
Only on spells. Okay.
I forgot about the spell thing.
Yeah, and only if it's from the Glamour Bard. That's going to be confusing, actually.
We're gonna have to track who gave
We're
who.
gonna have to track who gave through. Yeah.
All right, nope, that'll conclude my turn.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
What?
looking forward
Still
to that.
alive?
Yeah.
He will announce in horror.
All right. So, what's gonna happen here is Ghoul's gonna make its attack on a 1 or 2. It's gonna target you, Alkier, because you were the last to damage it. On a 1, it'll attack. I mean, on a 3, it'll attack Sir Davish, and on a 4, it'll attack Xavier. All right, it'll attack you, Alkier. Here it comes. 23 versus 18 AC hits.
God dang.
Yowza.
DC 10 Constitution save, please. Or, well, I guess I just told you the DC on accident, but that's
We
okay.
all
I'm sure you all figured it out by now.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so you are not paralyzed. However, you do take 7 slashing damage and are thusly incapacitated.
Oh.
Okay.
Squish.
The slavering creature smothers Alkier and is now just fucking like humped over him, just trying to consume him.
Get it off!
And that brings us to Xavier, who's right before your very eyes. Alkier is nearly being consumed.
Xavier scoffs in disgust, looking at this creature, irritated with its suggestion of it being beautiful, causing him to fiercely stab his rapier at.
All right, make an attack roll. I love that. That was great. All right.
Boing.
Unfortunately, your sword finds no purchase.
Boing, boing.
Tados.
I see what our dear friend Tormund had done to the last, and I turn over to look at this last standing ghoul, only to look at it straight on and ask, why does a crypt have to keep a gate around it? Because people are just dying to get in!
Oh, boo.
Boo!
Boo.
Confused. The ghoul looks up from its feast, confused in your general direction. I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. And in his confusion, he fails. Okay. All right, so he's gonna take 3 psychic and have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
That's triple the amount I did last time, so
That's
apparently
right.
the booze work.
Boo.
Goddamn right they do.
Hi there. Oh, that's okay. Can we put it in the fridge? Nah, I got this other one. I dressed a berry one and I put some ice in. Thank you, babe. That was quick.
One of those.
Yeah. You just put them all in the fridge. Well, how many do you got? Sorry, guys. Just a second.
But is it dead? We might never know.
It's a ghoul, of course it's dead.
All right.
That's the best part.
All right. Awesome. So no, the unfortunately, it's still moving.
It's still unalive.
It's still moving. However, it is moving very clumsily. Anything else?
I'm happy.
Tormund.
It's in my sight line, yeah?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's basically on top of
I'll
Alkier.
just take a couple of steps forward towards it anyway. Confident steps.
Yeah.
This is your end. And I raise my hammer. And from my voice, you can hear high from the heavens a distant tolling.
Down.
All right, make a It makes a save of some kind. I'm tolling the dead.
Okay. What kind of save?
It's a wisdom save.
All right, I'm gonna fail.
It takes 1d12.
Okay.
Necrotic.
Let's see if you can.
Specifically necrotic. I don't know if that matters.
Necro damage.
It is a 9.
It is 9. Unfortunately, for it is dead.
Hey!
The
Yeah.
reverberations.
As Alcura, you're losing consciousness. You just see this desiccated corpse just slavering coming down on you, and then it just suddenly rots and shrivels away. Just as consciousness slips from you, and this thing just falls limply on top of Alcura, never to move of its own accord again.
I pull it off and
Ew.
Oh yeah, I'm immediately
We're out of combat.
at all the party members' sides. Is anybody hurt? Who needs a rest? We must heal.
Needs
I
rest.
think
Resting.
I'll
and-
hear
Who can
this.
stabilize him? I'm gonna go to Alkir.
Okay.
I'm gonna stabilize him.
All right. Is that a medicine check? Or is
Pass
that-
me that medicine bag.
Yeah, it is a medicine check, right?
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Inspiration. I'm using my one inspiration for the.
You're
thing.
using your inspiration?
I'm using my one inspiration.
You
for the
fucking
thing.
better, because otherwise he's
14,
failing it.
15, 15.
Okay, you stabilize Alkir.
The
Ah,
tourniquet goes around the neck. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, the tourniquet goes around the arm, not the neck. What am I
Oof.
thinking?
Oof.
And I roll a 4. 15,
All right.
15, 15.
So you've stabilized Alkir. What is your plan at this point? You've currently got, the strange chamber with the shackled skeletons to the south. You got a hallway to the west. You got the chanting coming from the north. I know I read west earlier. I think that was a mistake, a typo in the actual reading. But the chanting is indeed coming from the north.
We should regroup in the other room.
Which, yeah, let's fall back. Let's fall back to the chambers we were searching the bed chambers
Yeah,
in.
this one.
No,
You
no,
guys are
no.
gonna
Let's
fall
fall
back
back.
No, no,
Fall
this
back to
one.
here.
This one right here. This is fine.
Fall back to
This
this
is fine.
location with the
I'm-
well.
I'm in favor of some old-fashioned looting.
Oh yeah.
This cultist could have loot.
I'm
We
in a
are
pissed off
in-
mood. Go up and kick the one that knocked me down and start trying to paw at any jewelry I saw earlier.
I'm hurt.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You find the one with the golden chain, and it does turn out indeed that it's a heavy golden chain, worth 50 gold pieces at least.
Most
Does
excellent.
stabilized mean that I'm at 1 life point and alive, or I'm just still dead, but I no longer need to roll?
You're unconscious, but no longer need to roll to stay alive, and you will return, I believe, to 1 HP after an hour. I believe that's how it works, but I'm a little rusty.
Can
on
he
fucking
not do hit dice during a short rest like everybody else?
Yeah, you can do hit dice during a short rest.
So how much strength do I need to carry Alkir?
I'll assist you with that. I can carry him. I'll come in to meet you guys, and I'll go. Hey, we should fall farther back to where we know there was no previous monsters. Or do you want to stay here?
It has that ugly creature in the corner.
Then don't look.
I can't
Nice.
help it.
I suppose we could fall back a little further. Just for the safety of
Yeah, we'll come back
of a
into
larger
here.
room. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
All right.
I wait to make sure that everybody comes with the party.
Yeah.
I'll put Alkir down wherever. In one of the beds
Okay.
there.
Just
In the trunk.
Just on the well.
Yeah, there you go. I'll put him in one of the beds.
Ugh.
Full of a toque.
Okay.
Unless they're disgusting looking, I don't really know what these are. They?
They're kind of mildewy, straw.
Yeah, let's not do that.
They're kind of gross. Where do you want to put them?
I'll put them just down right here.
You gonna bring some in to decorate the room? Yeah. No.
Well, it looks like you've stabilized him, Tommen.
Okay. Klug and Tormund are kind of winding their way through the catacomb-like facility.
Looks like you've stabilized him.
Yeah.
Indeed. But we must pray that everybody has the power to foresee a healthy future and not a dead one.
Yes.
All right, are you guys going to try to execute a rest?
Yeah.
Okay, short?
Yes.
Short rest.
Okay.
Hopefully with some bardic power.
I will use Song of Rest.
Okay, what does Song of Rest do?
Song of Rest is you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creature who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of a short rest, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Nice.
Okay, you're going to be playing some music?
Yes.
Okay. All right, roll a d20 for me, please. Okay. All right, sweet. So you guys execute your short rest. You gain the benefits of the Song of Rest as well as the ability to expend your hit dice to regain hit points and regain any class features that refresh on a short rest.
So what does that mean? I can roll 2d6 or?
Yeah, if you roll one of your d6 hit dice, you have two of them. If you roll one of them, you get an extra d6 for free. If you roll two of them, you get a third.
Do I get one choice whether I'm rolling one or two, or can I roll one? Decide if I want to roll
I think
another?
you have to pick one
Nope.
or two.
You can roll a hit die and then decide if you want to roll another hit die.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so I'm gonna take my free one. That was god awful.
So that's 6 total for the Song of Rest and your
There we
Ooh,
go.
and you max died the second. Okay, good job. So everybody's just using their hit dice to regain HP currently.
Yes.
With the bonus of
You can roll it right on your character sheet. You can click hit dice. It's near your hit.
What just happened?
You fell unconscious, good man.
Oh,
worry,
good
I
lord!
patched you up.
Again? I'm ashamed.
Don't be. Those things were tougher than they looked. You could have gave up a good fight. We were
They
able
were
to take
ugly.
them.
I was on top of it, but then before I knew, it was on top of me. My goodness.
Very
Fought
true,
well
but
for an elf.
Tados was able to.
And I patched you up.
I
Huh.
appreciate it, comrade.
You're most welcome. It is lucky Talos was with us this day.
Indeed.
Talos, Talos, Talos. Is that all you talk about, Doc?
He is, after all, the one true storm god. Was that a grumble I heard from you, Davish?
Yes. Now I'm just silent.
Did I notice it?
Sure, you can notice it. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to
You got a
hide
problem with Talos there, Sir Davish?
I'll look at you and I'll smile and go, of course not. I don't have any problem with anybody's deity unless they're harming someone else. Just that all in all, everybody meets one deity.
Well, you've got the look of a religious man whose godly visage do you follow?
All kind of stick out my shield, and you'll see a skeletal arm with a set of scales. I'll say
I don't know if I know what that is. Oh, I do.
I am vigiled by Kelimvor, the god of death.
Yes. Death and destruction. We should stick together.
No, just death.
Yeah, you're the death, I'm the destruction.
No. As a knight of the Eternal Order, I am here to make sure that anybody who dies stays dead. If not resuscitated in a normal manner. The undead, particularly. That is why I have been reborn as I am.
For a moment there, I was about to take offense to that.
Oh.
I appreciate being resuscitated. Thank you very much.
No. If you're resuscitated by good old Tommen here, that is no issue. But if you are dead for some time and reanimated as a corpse of your previous being, that is where my god has an issue.
It'll be interesting to see where our allegiances lie in future.
Just interesting. Hearing you talk about Talos.
Well, who wouldn't worship Talos?
A member of the Eternal Order, I would say.
Perhaps, though with all good comes evil. Balance must be upheld.
Your balance upholds my job as busy.
I've never risen any dead. I only create more of them.
Talos kills and kills, allowing people to raise the dead, which makes me have to go out and do things.
Do people not die natural deaths anyway? What is one more body in the ground?
How about thousands more on a battlefield, resurrected by a necromancer?
Well, then we'll put that necromancer to bed together, and that we can agree on.
If that is your intention, then I have no problem with you.
An excellent and wise choice.
Xavier just kind of looks between the two and rolls his eyes and scoffs, pulling out his mirror, walking off to a corner of the...
Ignore the pretty one. Obviously not much of a believer.
Pretty.
Hey.
Ouch.
Well, you know that claw across your neck cut some of your hair. I did that checked out really quick by the medic.
Yeah, I think I got a pair of rusty scissors in here somewhere. I think that
Those
ghost
creatures
upstairs had a
never-
hairbrush.
Those creatures never laid a hand on me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. They fucking tried.
Right. They didn't.
All right, guys. So we're at a point here where we can stop or continue. What do we think?
I'm in favor of continuing personally,
Ditto.
but I do need to ask a question after other people have their vote about what we're doing with the rest.
Okay, what's going on?
Something about rolling hit points. What were we doing with that? Was that being added in or what?
If you
So-
don't have any hit points, for example, you got hit in combat,
Mm-hmm.
then you can use your level's worth of the die that you use to determine what your hit points is. You remember the D8 for Warlock and the D10 for Fighter. So you'd have a D8 and a D10 in your hit dice pool.
Okay. So, but
And-
I still had life, so I don't have to do that.
Well, you did. So you were not at 16 before. I'm guessing because we hit you, right?
Yeah, I had from one of the bards gave me a boost, so I had 19, 16 as my natural. So I was
But
at
you-
10 after
at-
combat.
And then you healed back up to 16 with using this one hit die I see that you used.
Yeah, I got 8, so it's just good to 16.
Yeah. So it'll take you up to 16 and then it'll max you out. And you just used your Warlock hit die there. So you still have
You
a
have your
D10 that you can use later.
Exactly.
And you, because you are a warlock, regain all your spell slots.
Oh, convenient.
Yes.
You can also choose to. Oh no, that's a long rest. My bad.
You start out with the least amount of staying power and end up with the most amount.
Okay.
Because that's the warlock's trade-off. And this is, since we're doing an actual D&D campaign here, it will actually pay off. Clearly, you don't dare take a long rest.
That's correct.
Okay, well, so I'm hearing that y'all want to continue. Is that unanimous, or?
Yeah.
I'm in favor. How's our DM feeling?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good play. Lucas, how about you? How are you feeling about us? What? Okay, all right. Lucas is good.
What about you, Casey?
That is the important question.
Crack a bang and let's go.
Well, we'll see if I'm awake.
All right, we can sally forth then, and okay, let's just pick things back up then. So you all are sitting in this this main chamber with the well in the middle. You've completed your short rest. You've all recovered from your wounds. However, you are nonetheless somewhat exhausted at this point. What would you like to do?
Anything down in the well?
There is the reflection of water some 20 feet down the slick, moldy walls of the well. There's also a bucket on a rope that's just sort of like tied off at the base of the well. And the bucket's currently submerged down in water.
All right. Well, I'm feeling fresh. I say we figure out what that noise was.
I agree. Is the chanting still happening?
Yeah. And it grows louder as you move further to the south there, Sir Davish.
Don't forget there's a trap in that hallway to the west. A trap door on the second step.
Yes, let's continue this way.
Fresh is not the word I would use, darling.
You can see now that the gap in the platform has closed. The sword now just lays across the top of that bit of land there. But there's a clear line where there's no more dirt. You can see a little bit of rotten plank where dirt.
Shall we check out down south here?
Oh, I've had enough of those ghouls.
Yeah, I think we can avoid that.
Very well.
Maybe later we'll come back.
I will cautiously move forward, checking for traps.
Okay, go ahead
Then I
and
will-
roll.
Well, then I will rethink that. And I'll say,
gotta-
Tormin, or Tommen, you know exactly what we're looking for. Why don't you
I'll
go
go
first?
I've spotted a trap or two in my day.
There you go. You've seen what type of traps they're using. I think it'd be smart if you go first.
All right, so the stairs start to descend at a rather steep angle there, Tormin.
Okay.
And then the corridor terminates in a 90-degree turn to the
I'm
north.
gonna step forward.
Yep.
What we got?
Missing
More
again.
someone, guys.
Hey, did that count as a long rest because the bards were playing?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. I just need to make sure to see if I need to reset something.
hmm
Just a short-
And now the stairs descend sharply for
That's
40
close.
feet.
We're looking at a long descent here.
Very good.
Get ready for some underground
The sound of the
battle.
chanting grows.
Ooh, all right.
To the east, there's another 90-degree turn leading down a stairway into a large open chamber.
Yeah, I peer down the steps.
Yeah, you see the steps terminate into a large open chamber. From your vantage point, you can see alcoves dug into the sides. There are pedestals in each alcove, and atop them are strange little artifacts. and I will get the.
How do we continue to the next
What an
level?
interesting
that's-
room.
That's me not doing my job.
It's all right.
You're fine. Here, I'm just gonna drop you all here, and then you can.
Looks fairly safe.
All right, let me get my dock back where I need to be. Yeah, so in this room, there are. There are a number of alcoves, and in each alcove there is an item on a pedestal. The sound of the chanting is coming from this direction specifically. There are 2 doors on the west, one to the north and one to the south. And as Sir Davish, you turn the corner there, you can see that there's a ramp that goes down, and then there's water, and there is a heavy portcullis blocking the path into the next chamber. But you can see beyond that portcullis a large, watery-filled chamber. And from within it, chanting. And you can actually make out the words now. And they say over and over again in a melodic dirge. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. Over and over and on it goes.
Well, that's spoopy. You said there's artifacts all along the edge here?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. And as you approach each alcove, you will find in one a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope. In another alcove, you will find a knife carved from what looks like a human femur bone. In another, you will find a wooden figurine of a black knight bearing the emblem of a rose. In another, an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from a Nothic's eye. In another, a small chunk of amber resin that exudes an evil aura. In another, a folded cloak made from stitched, ghoulish skin. In another, a desiccated frog lashed to a stick. In another, severed raven talons. In another, a hag's severed finger. In another, a large angelic feather. And in another, a cracked egg containing the remnants of a skeletal infant dragon. In another, the shrunken, shriveled head of what appears to be a halfling child. And in the final alcove, you spot a small wooden coffer containing a direwolf's withered tongue.
Sounds like a necromancer's dream.
These are odd.
I head over to the feather because it's the most beautiful thing in the room, and he's attracted to a beautiful object.
All right.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do not touch it yet.
You approach the angelic feather.
Make sure that it's not booby-trapped.
I inspect the pedestal that it's sitting on.
Roll me a perception check, sir.
Oh, there you go.
Oof!
Oh.
My goodness. Yeah, you have no problem discerning that this there seems nothing remarkable at the pedestal that any of these items are sitting on top of. They seem
Perfect.
perfectly safe and mundane.
Perfect.
I grab the feather.
Okay, you now have a feather that appears to have an angelic origin.
I will inspect the feather.
Okay. You can roll an Arcana check or an investigation check.
Looks like a
Ooh.
feather.
Looks like it came from a raven.
Inspiration.
Oh man. Ah, fuck. You know, you're inspecting the feather and you accidentally get it a little too close to Klug's lamp, and you set the tip of it on fire, and part of it burns away.
Inspiration. Inspiration.
You want to use your inspiration on?
Yes.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Reroll your investigation.
Please be another.
All right.
13.
13. You believe that you have a genuine article feather off of an angel here.
I pack it away.
While you're doing that, I'll look over your shoulder and be like, huh. Looks familiar.
Very
Okay.
cool.
I turned to him. I was like, could you explain?
Oh, just looks like an angel's feather.
In the background, I go, man, I could have thought I smelled something burning for half a second.
Yes, well, we can't dilly-dally in this particular
No, grab
artifact
the
room too
items
long.
and let's go.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna
of
grab-
this wheel?
I'm gonna grab the varnished orb.
The what?
The
Oh,
varnished
yes.
orb.
Yes. Okay, let me get you a.
The carved eye of a what?
The foliage. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah.
I want to grab the dragon's egg with the skeletal dragon inside.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh, I need to follow up with you at the end of the game about stuff I grabbed previously.
Mm-hmm. Can always check the chat log. I know we have a little bit of spam in it right now, but you can check the. You can
No,
go.
it's just it's values. I didn't get the values written down for the items.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
That can wait until I go to sell them, though.
Yeah, we'll just have to dredge that up. It'll just
Yeah.
be a little bit of a search install. Okay, so I've put down. I've copy and pasted each of the items that were requested for keeping at this point. Is there anybody have any further interest in any of these?
I honestly forgot.
What's the
most of
most
them.
destructive item here?
Well, there's a small chunk of amber resin that exudes an evil aura. There's a
Ooh,
severed raven's talons.
I'll take the monkey's paw.
I'm gonna wrap that resin in a piece of cloth.
I'll go ahead and grab those raven talons.
Okay, let me get severed raven's talons. Okay, what were you after? The small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws
Yeah, the monkey's paw.
on a loop. Yeah. So it's gonna identify itself.
Hey, who's got Arcana insight?
Okay, and then I'm sorry, one more time from you, Emery. What was your item that you were after?
Well, I'm wrapping that evil thing in a bit of cloth and putting it in a
A small chunk of amber resin that exudes an evil aura.
put it in a pocket on my.
All right, and then back to M's question for the party, which was, does anybody have Arcana?
Yeah, so while I take this dragon's egg and I go to put it in my pack, I noticed some other things I liberated from the desks upstairs, and some of it's Priest's Osibus rock collection. And I'm just curious, what religion or priest of Ospos is and why they have a rock collection.
Ooh, the Priests of Ossibus.
Interesting.
Not sure that I've heard that name.
Religion, is that what the role is for that?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes. Religion is the role for things of a religious nature. Absolutely. When you say Priest of Ossibus, however, Xavier, you recognize the name from some text that you squirreled away earlier on.
So hearing that name, Xavier, wait, who said that name?
You, Klug did.
Lug.
I happen to have a rock collection of a priest of Ossibus upon me, and I maybe it, looking at these other objects, it occurred to me that maybe it's related.
I pull out the text that I had picked up previously, and I open, searching for the for any clues to connect these two.
Okay, yeah, sure. So if you want to roll religion to help in her inquiry, you would get to do it with advantage now because you have these texts. The texts themselves still most just contain these
rituals,
but you're trying to figure out the context behind what kind of religion this is what I'm hearing. So go ahead.
That would be religion.
Have your religion, and you go ahead and take advantage on the roll.
Okay.
21.
There we go.
All right. So by studying the tomes, you quickly ascertain the purpose or the what type of cult you're dealing with here. And essentially what you have is a small cloister of individuals who believe they serve not only this figure that they refer to as the Dread Lord or the Dark Lord or Lord Strahd or the Devil Strahd, but they wish to invoke the name of a dark power. This is an unearthly being, the type of thing that would be a patron to a warlock. His name, Norganus, the Finger of Oblivion.
And why does he want a rock collection, I muse?
Well, you're not for sure how a rock connection is connected to the cult directly. It seems like I'm actually, so just out of character, I'm just going to jump out of character really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure where you got the name Priest of Ossibus, because the only reference I've actually made to it was in the texts that Xavier.
Oh, okay. It was it's in my inventory for stuff I took out of the desk, and one of the items was a Priests of Ossibus rock collection.
So it was just a rock collection.
Oh, so I wasn't supposed to know the name from that?
Thing. No, it's okay. It could be on a note that you found in the drawer. I don't care about that part. But yeah, specifically, there was two different things that happened in short order in that sequence. One was Xavier uncovered the books that outlined the rituals of the cult of Ossibus, and you found a rock collection in a drawer.
Right. Okay.
So
And I'm a bit foolish, so I would have not probably made any sense of that.
I think what happened is just they happened so close to each other that you just remembered me talking to you when I said it. That was probably, which is just an understandable thing.
Yeah,
probably.
It was first day too.
And it's okay that we're talking about it now, but ultimately, Xavier, I think, is actually the only person who did know. But that's fine. We're the cat's out of the bag. We don't give a shit anymore. We're having some fun, and you got to learn a little extra chunk of something.
All right. Just the objects in the rooms and looking over the inventory list was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, a bunch of weird ass relics.
Yeah, including ink
Weird
pens.
ass relics. Weird ass relic.
All right, weird ass relics.
But yeah, so just to finish you off there, Xavier. So the priests of Ossibus to you seem to be no more than a foolish cult. And as a matter of fact, as you're reviewing the rituals, they seem outlandish in this extreme, and you don't believe that these rituals of great power would actually work at all. You think that they are counterfeit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my character then goes, ah, shit, the rock collection's worthless.
Well, you know, they're nice rocks. Got some crystals in there.
So Xavier looks around and says, we're dealing with a bunch of cultists that have this faint belief that I don't really pay attention to, so this should be no problem for us to take care of. There's no real power behind these books.
Oh, and what do they speak of?
Some cult, and they have rituals from these cults. They're just barbaric and outlandish methods.
Any specific ingredients they might use in this ritual?
I flip through the book and take a look to see if there's any specific ingredients mentioned.
Yeah, they all call for human sacrifice. Or living sacrifice, sentient sacrifice.
They all seem to involve sacrifice in some way or another.
Living
Disgusting.
Living sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Well, if they are powerless, as you say, then destruction with no purpose is purposeless.
Be wary, everybody has a type of power, we just don't know what theirs is yet.
He sighs and closes the book before looking at the cover again and sliding it back in his pouch.
Awesome. I need a 2-minute bio break. Okay, what are we up to next?
I'm checking out this massive turning mechanism.
Yeah, there's a large ratcheting wheel mounted into the wall.
Yeah,
Where's the wheel? Which wall?
it's right where I am.
Yeah, I'll go over and I'll take a look at it too.
Does it budge at all if I try to turn it?
Yeah.
All right, righty, tighty, lefty. I don't remember.
Well,
Which way should I turn this?
The uppy.
Yeah. It ratchets. It's only turning one way.
It only turns one way. Excellent.
Do I see these moving while he ratchets it?
You do.
And I'll tell him, stop. Wait one moment.
Problem?
There are some bollards that are keeping us from entering this chamber down here. And
What do you think it is? Is it a entry prevention or exit prevention?
could be both.
Well,
Let's,
should we explore this other hallway first.
Yeah, I believe we should explore that other hallway. Did we grab all the tokens, by the way?
All the various little artifacts? No. You left.
I'm gonna go and grab the dagger.
Okay. It doesn't have enough of an edge to be used as a weapon, but it is nonetheless,
Creepy.
it could be used to very crudely cut something. But
Okay.
Like to get a bloodletting offering.
Mm-hmm.
where's my...
Well, let's go down this hallway and explore what's back here first. Huh?
I'm gonna take a step.
Just give me 1 second. Knife carve.
One more step, and I'm gonna pause right there.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna get this. There we go. Okay. All right. Yes. So the corridor turns in a 90-degree turn to the north, and in 15 feet terminates in another 90-degree turn to the west. You see within a long hallway with various cells on either side. And you can
It's
see
a grim place.
Hmm.
They've been keeping prisoners.
in this particular cell, you see the desiccated corpse, shriveled corpse of a man shackled to the wall. He wears a black robe. There's a bit of a sparkle coming from one of his fingers.
I decide that looks intriguing and take a closer look.
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
Perception. That's the big numbers, or no? That's the
It's a
small one.
skill. Perception is a skill.
Skill.
That's performance.
God, wrong P.
Close, but not quite there. Yeah.
Oh no, this isn't gonna go well.
Okay.
3 Ps.
All right.
I'm not smart. I forgot that fact.
So you get in close, and you get in close, and you get a look at it, and you can see that it's a ring, but you don't notice the rat that's crawling out from inside of the skeleton until it startles you. And you throw yourself backwards, falling back and out in just like a kind of a loud, startled display. However, you did manage to grasp the ring, but poor bastard's finger came off in your hand as you jerked back in disgust. And now you're stumbling backwards. Fall on your ass in the middle of the hall.
Right.
Holding aloft a bony ring finger and a gold ring worth no less than 25 gold.
I tried to hide my embarrassment and rip the finger out from the ring and toss it away and quickly trudge towards the front of the pack.
Right on.
All right. What do we got here?
The rest of the cells appear empty.
Okay. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
We got it down at the end. Is it a dead end? Yes, it is.
Yes, it does look like a dead end.
All right.
Xavier stands over by the entrance, keeping an eye.
I'm gonna examine the last cell.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your perception.
16.
Take a 16. You don't notice anything remarkable about the
Okay.
rats.
I'm gonna try this cell.
All right, roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna go see if I can't gain anything from that other door.
All right, actually, you, Tatos, you notice a false panel directly in front of you.
Not gonna say a damn word.
You're not going to say anything about it? Okay.
Uh-uh.
All right. Cool beans.
I'm gonna check this cell.
Yeah, you find a mechanism and a panel, and that's what you find. Xavier, go ahead and roll your perception check there, my dude.
Come back.
Oh, did you get yourself stuck in the wall?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perception, Xavier, 16. The cells are old, the chains rusted and in disrepair, and otherwise unremarkable.
Aw.
I'm gonna search the second to last cell.
Okay, the second to last cell, like the previous cell that you chose, is unremarkable.
If no one's found anything remarkable, we should go try and get into that water-filled room.
Indeed.
What's remarkable?
Hidden.
Strange. I don't know. What is remarkable?
Something that shouldn't be in a prisoner's cell, like a weapon.
Like this?
Like what?
Come here.
I'm coming here. What do I see?
Hidden panel and mechanism in the wall.
Shall we activate it? There's one or two things that'll happen. There'll be a room that leads to nowhere. One of three things will happen, excuse me. Will it be a room that leads to nowhere, another hallway to go, or into that room we're trying to get into anyway?
It could be a shortcut. Could give us a element of surprise if there's something dangerous in there.
Water
Maybe
room is over there somewhere.
maybe we should have one part of the party figure out how to get through that room, and the other through this door.
Well, we know how to get through the other room. It's the activation of that crank. I say, let's venture forward, and I'll interact with the mechanism.
Yeah, the door, the wall moves forward an inch or two, and then slides into a recess and opens up.
What do I see?
All right, let me get my. Oh shit! Keep losing it. Where is it? It's that time of the night. 38. All right. The chanting stops as you peer into the 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with reeking refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to a dry stone ledge that hugs the wall. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood.
And there's no one in here?
No, the chanting stops and there's nothing. There's no one. The chanting immediately upon the door activating and it opening up. And you, of course, open up onto those raised ledges.
Yes.
The water 3 feet below.
Be careful. I don't think we're alone in here. Step into the chamber.
Okay. Yeah. It opens up. It's large. It's cold. It's stone, whereas the other parts of this complex have been hewn from earth. They seem to have brought in stone for this large central chamber.
What's that, can I really see what's on the dais in the middle?
Yeah, there's an altar. You can see from your spot, you're only 10, 20 feet away. You're like 17 feet away from the altar. So yeah, you can see it if you were 17 feet away from it. It has these big, gnarly carvings of ghoulish figures supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're holding it up with their arms and their backs. And they're in contorted positions. And then the top of the altar that's just stained with blood, and you can see that there's some kind of bundle or of some kind laid atop of the altar amidst some half-burned and fully burned down candles.
I will
from where you're standing.
Progress this way.
All right, yep. The water, as you test it, is 2 feet deep. Acts as difficult terrain, and it is disgusting, fetid, putrid water that leaves your equipment smelling and reeking of death and decay.
I'm used to it.
Easily.
I'm used to it. I'll go over here.
All right. As you ascend the altar, there will be a thing that.
Ooh.
There will be.
Xavier steps in and he covers his nose instantly. Oh my word! What is that putrid smell?
Death.
Last time we spent in here.
As Sir Davish mounts the dais to the altar, The chanting rises once more as 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black and seems to draw light into it. Where you would expect to see faces are voids. One must die, they chant over and over. One must die! One must die!
If I wasn't mistaken.
The trap door from which you entered slams shut.
Uh-oh.
Tatos.
Can
Potatoes
I open
and
it from my side?
Potatoes.
The mechanism.
potatoes and Alcair.
Okay. I'm going to book at full speed back to that mechanism and to the gate.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Do they seem hostile?
6.
The apparitions, they seem completely... They're completely intangible, and they do not seem to pay any mind to anything but what is happening on the dais.
All right. Is Sir Davish's shield light enough to illuminate this whole room?
So his light is doing what it does currently.
Okay, so if I put my lantern out, it would be equally lit.
Yeah, so you can let me find that out quick. That's a damn good question. All right, so I'll just come in here and turn off your light. And that's what you look like without your light.
Virtually no difference. Okay. I'd like to. So looking at these specters, I very carefully put my light down and just pull out and load my crossbow and have the silver sword in one hand and the crossbow in the other.
Okay.
Klug, don't shoot at them. You might hit me.
Okay. All right. One must die. One must die.
I'm going to investigate the altar.
Okay. Top of the altar, you see a blood-crusted bundle of cloth.
Is it open or is it closed or?
Don't fully.
No. It's a bundle. It's a bundle. You
That room.
can open it up and take a look at what's inside of it. Absolutely.
How did people get into that room?
It was a secret passage.
There was a door right in front of you that
I'm not
slammed.
dragging my character upon it. Like this whole time, even the other person in front of me went through somehow. But
No, I was the person in front of you. I booked it backwards and back around to the other room.
He's over here.
Sorry. Yeah, excuse me. I'm over here.
gotcha. Okay.
I guess I'll look inside the bundle of clothes.
Yeah. Inside is a blood-stained dagger. A serpentine blade. One must die, they chant. One must die.
Hey, Tormund, do we still got that dog?
It's still in my backpack. I don't think it wants to come out right now. What were you thinking?
Well, I mean, it's a dog versus the party. If something must die.
I don't think we want to capitulate to these demands right yet, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
I
Just
say we
throw it
do
out
it.
there.
Let's
I
see
mean-
if they've got a weakness first.
All right. Just
What else do I see on this dais?
I described it. There is an altar. Atop it, there was the bundle, the bloody bundle. In it was a dagger, and there was also a number of candles in various states of disarray, and some half-burned bits of incense on the altar as well.
Anything in that book of yours on how to reverse the process of those rituals there, Xavier?
Must die.
I-
Must die.
Irritated with the specter's constant chanting, he goes, "Oh, will you shut up?" and pulls out.
He pulls out what? God, I can't hear you.
I pulled out the tome.
Pulled out the tome. Okay.
Pulled out the tome and just looked through to see if there's anything about this ritual that's in this particular.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll your religion with advantage. Okay. 13. Yeah, you beat TC. Yeah. You understand that that a sacrifice is required on the altar. That it simply the only requirement that you are bound by is that the victim be living. And in order to satiate this cult, they expect the sacrifice.
Well, what I gather from this is we must satisfy their demands for sacrifice. I don't know what will happen if we do not do.
Nothing else in there? No thwart? No way to thwart it?
No, I don't see anything in here about reversing the ritual.
I'm going to
Kados.
shout through
Oh.
the yes.
Try activating that crank out there, would you?
Wait.
Hmm.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Okay. Alright, let me see what's gonna light up in here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so do you cast it as a spell or?
Yeah,
Okay.
just as a spell.
Awesome. Yeah. So again, kind of like everything sort of seeps these black vapors. However, the water is just inky black. Inky black, and there's this like vaporous kind of like fog emanating out from that little cave outlet to the west. Just sort of rolling out of there and sort of rippling out into the main body of the water in the room. The apparitions themselves light up in just vaporous black auras all about.
Well, whatever it is, the water's dangerous, and the source is in that cave over there.
What if we try and bless it?
I don't know any such ritual that could turn the level of magic I see here yet, as of yet.
I'll raise the
One.
purseless,
One
but
must die.
give up the dog.
One must die. One must die.
I'll kind of peer into there.
Thinking, Davish?
What's in there? Is it just bones?
Yeah, there's just like this nasty pile of refuse, bits and pieces of decaying,
Okay.
corpse bits and
Well,
whatnot.
since I'm a level 1 caster, I have this spell that I don't mind trying.
Okay.
I'll try it.
Okay.
That doesn't. That's a combat spell.
Is Bless a combat spell?
Well, yeah, I mean, it adds health to your allies, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not the Bless I thought it was. All right.
No.
Okay.
Fine.
Well,
I'm thinking because we can turn water holy water with just our what do you
I've got
call it?
2 vials of holy water still in my bag.
You do, but we can enchant this water as holy water potentially. Try pouring some holy water into the water, see what happens.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna empty one of my holy waters into this black water.
okay. Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? I crouch down, tighten my grip on my weapons a little bit more.
Oh, we got an interrupt.
We do. It's James.
I pull out my flute and I start playing a very slow, menacing tune to mix with the atmosphere of this dreary place.
All right. Tormund, you
Yeah,
pour the holy water in, and you watch as the black Icarus magic is pushed back and out in a radius around the holy water, but then soon the dark ichor presses in and overpowers the blessed water, and soon it too is corrupted once more.
It would take a whole tub full of holy water to cure this.
Is the altar any type of arcana?
I look at the altar.
The altar itself, no, it doesn't have any magic.
I look at the blade.
blade is also mundane.
Yeah, the only magic here is of any major kind is in that cave. Whatever resides there is dark magic.
Let me
Well,
see your other vial of...
What's the range on that ability?
30 feet. So 10, 20, 30. That's the whole cave.
Okay.
I could step
There's
forward
actually
a little.
there's actually magic above you.
Oh,
Enough.
what's up above?
Just directly above you, you see a couple of auras of magical nature. One is they're both purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
Oh. I peer into the gloom above me. What are the shapes?
It's real indistinct. Like it's at the edge of your perception and it's through the ceiling above. So you're looking at something from below. And it just is kind of like a blot.
There's something above us.
Could it be the kids?
I'm not sure. That would be this magical aura would be back on the floor above us. The one we just left. 2 purple blobs. Purple. I must have seen it somewhere. Maybe.
Toman, 14 Arcana. Yeah, you're not entirely for sure. It's very common though. If you've had this spell for a while, you would have seen this most often when looking at items of a magical nature in general.
Yeah, it's like enchantment. Something magical. On the floor above.
Potatoes. Try and activate the crank.
Yeah, you're able to turn the crank, and as you do so, it's difficult. It'll take you a few rounds to do it, 3 and 3 exactly, and that'll get the porculus all the way raised. In 2 rounds, you could slip under it, but you'll have to submerge yourself in the water.
We'll do the 3 rounds.
Are you doing anything else during that period? That's a 30-second period, I believe.
18-ish.
I'm gonna prepare my hammer just in case these specters get hostile.
I'll do it with my sword as well.
Okay, so you're preparing, but you're not leaving the dais currently. You're staying right where you
Yeah,
are.
we're gonna stay on the dais.
Well, I'm going to actually come over towards the entrance.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on the dais.
Kill the dog.
One must die. All right, you managed to get the porculus raised enough to slip under. If you wanted to finish it off by going all the way, you could just
All right.
keep at it for another round or 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I
All right.
cast Hexblade just preemptively?
All right, here we go. We're actually going to stop roll initiative.
Never.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So, this is what happens. As Tormund leaves the dais, the apparitions hiss in disgust as you abandon the dais without committing a sacrifice. And they cry out, "Rise, bastard, vessel of the flesh, we awaken thee!" The dirty water filling the chamber ripples as something moves beneath the surface. Emerging out of the westernmost alcove, a host of bones, flesh, and disparate body parts come together from the water, collecting into a massive, shifting heap of gore. Thick tendrils of rotting flesh wriggle from it, reaching for nearby surfaces. You can see the tendrils' grip on the walls tighten with crushing force. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's the tune I play on my flute.
Okay. That sounds nasty.
All right, let's just get this thing into the correct layer. There it is. And all right,
Jesus.
so a couple things happen here. As soon as the apparitions call upon the fleshy beast, the catch on the cog wheel flies open, and you lose control of it momentarily, and it drops halfway. So you were on it for 4 rounds. It dropped down to the 2-round position, which is just under safe to get out. So you need to pump that bitch 1 round to get that porculus back to a safely exitable location. And we have the massive creature moving out of the west, who rolls initiative. Oh my god, really?
A 0.
Wow.
Hey.
I love it.
Awesome.
That is fucking amazing. I love it.
All right, and with that, that's where we're going to leave things for this week. And we'll pick things up right back here next time we play.